or are you happy to feed in your comment? Could you remind us what the timescale is, Larry, or Sean, maybe?
If we could have comments in 2 weeks, that would be really helpful. The deadline for the publication of the plan is a year after the Commissioner takes office, or at the end, or the 31st of March, I should say. But the Commissioner is absolutely keen to maintain the momentum of his previous plan and doesn't want to spend time, more time focusing on planning and not the implementation of the plan. So it is our intention to publish the plan in the autumn so that we can then enable the Chief Constable to build her delivery plan, and that we focus our attention on performance, implementation, and being able to report progress against the objectives in the plan. But if we could have comments in 2 weeks' time, that would be helpful.
8th of October.
Sorry?
8th of October.
Yeah. Maybe if I could ask the panel to email Catherine any comments you have, ideally within the next 7 days. In other words, by next Friday, which will give Catherine a chance. With everyone? Yeah. Right. We'll press on. Reading Date Tree 13 is the medium-term financial plan and budget setting timetable. We're not in the hands of Darren this morning. It's Rosanna, I think, is it? Oh no, sorry. I got that one. I got that one wrong. I was promoting you then. Okay.
Yeah. So firstly, apologies from Darren Garwood-Pask, who's unable to be here today due to complying with the COVID restrictions, and making sure that that we all are safe and complying in the COVID restrictions. But I hope that Darren and his family are duly safe and will have negative results. But certainly, our suggestion, in light of Darren not being here, is, Chair, that we convene the finance subgroup to meet next week, if possible, or the week after, virtually through Teams, in order to provide for both item 13 and item 15, if there are any detailed elements of questioning that the panel wish to make, that you can have the opportunity to do so in more detail. The papers are presented and tabled for consideration by the panel, but really just to say that budget setting has commenced. The MTFP, the medium-term financial plan that is before you, is one that we have discussed on numerous occasions in relation to the challenges that we have and the financial pressures that are known, and that we will start the detailed budget setting timetable. Just to give you the assurance that the financial planning papers have been considered by the Strategic Performance Group, the Commissioner's Strategy Performance Board, and the Joint Committee, and therefore we can provide assurance that they provide an accurate and an appropriate framework and reflection of financial activity. We know, since we last met, the UK government has announced a 3-year comprehensive spending review, which will accompany the autumn budget, and the Association of Police and Crime Commissioners and the National Police Chief Council has submitted a detailed submission to the Home Office from 38 of the 43 forces, which provides detailed information on the efficiencies that the services are looking to achieve, the commitments for income generation, and also the pressures from both core and operational uplift budgets and reserve levels. So I'm not planning on going into any more detail, certainly without the support of our Chief Finance Officer to hand, but would hope that these can be tabled for record, and that we convene that opportunity of bringing the finance subgroup together for a more detailed consideration of the financial plans.
Okay, thanks. I heard the word finance in somebody's title. That's why I thought you might be. Okay, thanks, Lady. I'm sure somebody will send out a meeting request, and we can get the panel together, hopefully within the required time scale. And again, if anyone individual is not on the panel, if you do have any comments on this, please feed them in. Okay. So our last item, as the others are for information, is the forward work programme.
Thank you, Chair. Just to highlight to members, the next meeting of the panel is on the 10th of December 2021. It's been suggested that we, in addition to the items listed on the work programme, is that we add the Strategic Quality Objectives Action Plan. And I've also noted a suggestion from Larry Thomas and also from Jill Howells, is that we have a future item on victim support services. So we can add that on to date to be confirmed if members are agreeable.
Okay, we all happy with that? Sorry. Everyone happy? Yeah, Colin happy? Yeah. Okay, 15, the Treasury Management Report is for information. And 16, this is the PCC review. I think you've already had an invitation from Jill, the chair, to feed in any comments you have on that. The deadline for getting comments in is approaching quite rapidly, so please, I think probably as well if you just email any comments directly into Jill on that last item. Okay, I think that concludes our business. I believe it does. Oh, okay.
I know that Darren isn't here to answer it, but perhaps he could come back to us at a future meeting on the risk we may be taking by our investments, and is he confident that the investments are sound? Because we see that Thurrock didn't pay on time. Is this going to be an ongoing thing?
I imagine Darren has probably heard that one, so he'll get back to you.
Just the record.
Yeah. Could I?
If I could just confirm that Darren is online and is able to hear, and in fact, I think he's just responded to Councillor Jordan saying that he would be delighted to be grilled by Councillor Jordan, and I'm sure we can arrange for that opportunity if they so wish. But certainly, Councillor Easton, we will take that request in relation to that question and ask Darren to get back to you in detail on that area, and be warned if I'm suggesting that Darren comes back in detail, we might be there for some time.
Yeah, so I've just caught up with Jason's comment. Okay, we'll cautiously ask Darren to give some detail. Okay, thanks everyone for your input. Thanks in particular to the deputy for so ably standing in for the commissioner. I believe that concludes the meeting. Dr. Ryan, Paul. Yeah, yes, we should. If you could send our best wishes to Jeff Cuthbert on his speedy recovery. Okay. Right, you have permission to escape, everyone.